they're good to go. Wrapping up Wednesday's practice, the last physical full padded day, before we can take a little bit off the edge in terms of how we practice and prepare. Continue to work all situations, so nothing crazy to report in terms of what we do and how we're preparing. But obviously, after a couple weeks of preparing for our opponent, I feel that we're getting closer and closer to being fully ready to go play on Saturday.
Any update on has Cam been able to practice this week?
Cam has. It's going to be a game time decision. He's going to be on the plane. He's going to continue to practice with us. We want to make sure that he can fully go. I feel like it's got a great chance. We're going to find out over there.
Similar news out of there this morning. Gus says that Schwartz will travel, and apparently he's been practicing. What does he pose as a threat if he is able to get on the field at all for them? What does that mean for your defense?
Well, he's one of the fastest players in the country. We know that. They've got a lot of fast players. They've got a lot of weapons, and he's another one that has done some really dynamic things. Familiar with him from his recruitment in high school, so really good football player.
Mario, Andy just said this was the defense's best practice. How have you seen the defense progress in spring with him and all the new pieces here?
They just went fully in on what he was teaching, what he was bringing to the table, and I think, Andy just does a great job being himself, being real. I mean, real is real, and it shows up, and the guys really love being put in position to make plays, and they've had a full commitment since day one, so it's good to see them have a practice like they had today.
Sometimes you see a team practice a week in and you feel pretty confident where you're at, and sometimes they can be sloppy and you don't know what you're getting. What do you feel like going into your game?
That's one heck of a question. I think we've been progressing all along. I do. We haven't played against anybody else, so you want to see that. I like the way, the speed in which and the efficiency with which we execute on offense, defense, and special teams. We've had a really good camp. We've progressed, so that's the best way I could say it. I feel better and better as the days go by about our football team and our program.
Justin was asked yesterday about some of the memories you have watching that 2011 game between Oregon and Auburn. I mean, is there any type of thing? I know you guys are focused on this particular game, but at least some idea about the history of these two teams and the last time they met on such a big stage?
Well, it was a great game. We all know that. I think games like this, I think both sides are so motivated that I think everything's in there, right? So, it was something that, in fact, I remember watching the game myself. A lot of these guys, they know some of the players that played, but overall, great football game. That's about the best I can comment on.
Making a final determination on the picking roles, or going to keep that open all the way through?
Open for a little bit more. Open for a little bit more. I know you want it, man. I'm not going to show exactly what's on there, but I had it laid out, ready to talk about it, and he messed it up for everybody.
Come on, James.
How are you doing going into week one, just as far as this being such a massive week one game and being a head coach?
It's the best thing in the world. Couldn't ask to have a greater blessing, a greater privilege. Wake up every single morning, really, 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 really early, knowing that, understanding that, and making sure that I do everything I possibly can, every ounce of everything, to do the best by these players in the program.
You frame a lot of conversation privately, publicly about where this thing's headed, with where you guys are building, in all facets. When that intersection happens of where you're headed and where you are is, really fulfilling potential and reaching where you can be. This is a huge opportunity to have that. Not to say, a loss is relic, but do you emphasize that when you frame so much about where this thing's headed? Do you emphasize that to your guys beyond the fact that it's a big game, not great pressure, but that this is that opportunity, that is that scale of opportunity?
The principles and values of our philosophy are always going to be emphasized, and they shine. They really stand on everything we do. So as it relates to this game, the season, they're always emphasized.
Going into the season, how do you kind of assess your recruiting, and now how does that, once the season starts, you've always said recruiting is so important for any program. How do you balance games, practice, and also the importance of recruiting?
There's no balance. There's no balance. You wake up and you go until you can't, and you go to bed, and you keep going. To what we got to do. Again, I respect everybody's process and how programs do stuff. Because of where we're at and the way that we're rebuilding the program, it's got to be just go and foot on the gas and we'll slow down. I mean, I guess, I don't know, when you have gray hairs, way down the road.
Any more?
Good?
Okay.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.